Oklahoma where the winds come, sweeping down the plain, twisters blow away your kingdom. Noise from the Sooner State, feel it in your eardrum. Way past the beginning and we are nowhere near done. My goodness, I'm nice with it. You can snap back, hold your hat, this how I'm fitting. Getting fueled up off your hate as if I need it. Why it takes on eating lighter, people say I did it. You didn't know? When I hit the road, dog cities hear me spitting flows. Meanwhile, on tracks, I'm really not your typical spiritual, lyrical miracle, you imbecile. Going harder than a tombstone. Here lies in a method that never saw its doom, though. Joints instrumentally fired by IQ, yo. Rocking like a Lucifer track, but what do you know?
Forward and I can't go back.
Welcome all. This is the Outsiders Green Country Soccer Podcast. My name is Mario. I got my good three co-hosts, my two other good co-hosts here tonight. I got David over there being Mr. Smoker tonight, and then I got Josh with the tips tonight. How you boys doing tonight?
Doing fantastic, living the dream,
Yeah.
top of the table.
Pretty good, buddy. Pretty good.
Before we recorded, we were talking a little bit of Premier League with our good buddies. Second time on our podcast, we have Caleb Patterson-Sewell, the GM, sporting director of FC Tulsa. How you doing tonight?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, we really appreciate you taking some time and being on our podcast. This time we're not going to be too gun-shy and kind of not new to this new live recording, so we kind of have a little bit of a chip on our shoulders, especially that man down there in the right corner, Josh. But David, like I was saying, with me, Caleb, we're talking about the Liverpool Newcastle match. Did you get to watch any of it?
No, Mario, some of us got jobs, you know. Caleb's focused on football scouting, and I'm working.
Oh, you mean you can't watch teams that win? Okay, I understand. I get it. London teams are kind of doing it now, and Liverpool.
Man, someone's full of himself, I remember
Somebody wins one game and he just thinks he's all that. It's mighty West Ham, the mighty Hammers, the worst team in the Premier League.
I said this to Aaron at the game the other day. Is Chelsea bought enough players that finally a lineup is stuck.
Took them only $1 billion later.
We're still recovering from our World Cup championship. It's just.
Did you ever get the trophy back?
All right, let's get to the meat and potatoes tonight, guys. Caleb, how you doing, buddy?
Good. I enjoy the banter.
Oh yes, unfortunately we have to. We're all EPL, but more important, FC Tulsa crazy. The reason we wanted to have you back on, the first time we had you on, we kind of had, we really didn't know what was coming. Like, there's a lot of surprises that we seen with this team's growth through the season. And I think we talked about this privately, but, we had a lot of lip service from other GMs, managers. It's great to have ambitions and stuff like that. But I think, and I don't think I'm speaking for myself on this when I say this, but you're walking the walk, man. The team is first place in the Western Conference, contenders for the third place in the Supporters Shield. We're doing great. We have a winning record after, for me, 10 years, probably 11 seasons for this club as franchise. And thank you. That's the first thing I want to say to you is thank you so much for. I know you're not the only sole person, but you contributed a lot to this, and I wanted to ask you, how are you feeling? How this team's success, and I want to know your thoughts and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I think it would be lying if we said we weren't pleased. But what I would say is it's when we come in, we really wanted to change the culture so it wasn't any individual, right? We wanted to make sure that we could get people all on the same page, whether that be from staff, front office, whether that be the players. And I think, when we said that we were going to be very competitive, I think people thought, yeah, nice one, cool, all good, not going to happen. But what I would say is that we quickly got the staff all on the same page. I think Luke's doing a phenomenal job on the pitch with the guys. I get along great with Luke. We see the game the same way, so that makes life quite easy. Our staff we put together, they didn't know each other, so we knew that was somewhat of a risk, but a calculated risk. And we've got Leandro, who looks after the sports performance department. He's Brazilian. Andrew comes from Australia. We added Destiny in from Phoenix. Lex, our goalkeeper coach, he's from England. Bobby's a kit man. We've got Al Noor, who's from Canada. So when you put it all together, it's a very diverse group. So we had to get everybody on the same page and align with the right goal. And I think that shows to the players, and the players have been fantastic. So we told them day one, we're going to really set a new culture, and we need complete buy-in. And that requires setting egos at the door, setting prior sort of experiences in a way at the door, and just getting on what we call our way. It's not the way. It's our way of doing it. We believe in it, and we're not going to deviate. And I think right now, staying the course and remaining humble and creating that kind of work hard environment and everyday matters, that's led us to where we are. And yeah, let it continue.
One of the things that I really love is just, it's not like the team bonding is what I'm trying to say, but more like everybody's going to go fight through that wall for you. I mean, us supporters are going to fight through that wall for you. Like the team chemistry, everybody's from a different, walk of life and whatnot. And it's just, there's so much like cohesion between the team that we see, the grit in the defense, midfield playmaking. I mean, we can't say there's only one attacker in the team. We have the whole entire team that can score a goal. I mean, everybody could play defense. Everybody that could play. I'm ready for Johan to score a goal next. One of these days.
That would be incredible.
But I don't. Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I think it's just. I think when we built the roster, it's really easy to get caught up when you build a roster in like the best players or the best individuals. And I think you've got to be very careful you don't get into that trap. I think you need to build the best puzzle, right? So you got to make sure that you look at relationships and how they're going to complement each other. And it's not just a bunch of high-end players from all over. They come in, but they just don't complement each other's skill sets. And you're mentioning in your part there, but pretty well our DNA. We all attack together. We all defend together. And those are non-negotiables for what we set out to do, right? And we told the players that on day one. If you don't defend, you will not play here. And it's just not personal. It's the bare minimum requirement. We're going to do it in a really good way, a really aggressive way. And we need people that are up for it. And we termed the fact celebrate defending, and just said to them, we want to see you celebrate defending. Like we want to see you track back and block shots and make sure people aren't getting free headers and you're enjoying that. Like you're letting the other team know we want that. We want to encourage that. So as much as we like to score goals, we equally want to celebrate defending. And I think it's collective is kind of how we frame it, but that's also our DNA, and we let them know early, and we haven't deviated, and the boys have been amazing.
No, we us as supporters, we love it. We love Sissoko's attitude when he kind of defends a player or Matisse. I mean, the whole entire team. Like the past couple of years, we could have said, "Oh man, this player's not doing well." This player. Now it's like we can't even find a bad player. We have to be like, "Hey, ball boy, you threw the ball inside wrong," and it's just that kind of cohesion with the team, and like you said, the change of culture here of, it's not good enough. We always have to like strive for greatness and for a team to actually kind of like enjoy it. It's a great, great, great thing. I'm going to stop talking because I'm going to probably talk this whole entire time more. This is most episodes that I've ever talked. So I'm going to let these two other talk as well. David, Josh, go ahead.
David, do you want to go first?
So, touching on the season so far, are you worried a little bit about how many fouls we commit in the run of play?
No, I think that speaks to what we say all the time. We want teams to know they're playing against Tulsa. You're going to feel it. Mm-hmm. We're not going to be kind. Of course, we need to be careful that we don't give up dead ball situations in dangerous areas or making stupid fouls or those sorts of things. But by and large, if you look at kind of how we defend. We want to defend high up the pitch. We want to be in your face. We want to be letting you know you're not going to get the ball in the middle of the park and turning and facing our goal. Someone's going to get close. They're going to hit you in the boxes, both when we're attacking and defending. You're not getting free runs, and you're not going to bully us. So in general, we encourage that. We want teams to know they're in a game, but we call it controlled aggression, and we don't need to be giving away stupid fouls. But by and large, it's a byproduct of how we play, and so long as it's in check and we're not being irresponsible, I think then we're in good shape.
So, touching on what you're saying, controlling the game, we don't really do it with possession. We're ranked kind of towards the bottom of possession. But do you think we're controlling the game with our defensive capabilities?
Yeah, I think you look at the shots, you look at the XG. I think we have the XG battles we win almost every week, and I think it's possession fools people. So you'll be very careful with possession. Possession's a stat that will lull you into, oh, that team's just not very good, or they're only too direct. And I think we need to illustrate. It's easy to come in as a new staff and say, we're going to play out of a phone box, and that's going to be looks beautiful, and Pep plays that way, and we all need to play that way. That's their way. That's no problem. Or we can adapt and say, what are the skill sets of the players that we already have that are here, and what are we able to add? And then who we are today, there'll be an evolution of that in year 2 and an evolution of that in year 3, and rightly so. We want to get better and adapt. Right now, I would say we're a team that wants to play forward. We want to hurt teams. We want to get behind you. We do not just lump long balls and say, right, we'll see what happens when we get up there. If you see it, we've got forward runs. We've got people in the pockets. We're playing wing backs that are running into depth and those sorts of things. But the goal for us is to play forward quickly. And at times that will be a little bit more direct with the players that we've got, because that's more their skill sets. But when we talk about controlling games, I think for the most part, we've managed to outshoot the opponent and limit a chance, and then limit their chances on a regular basis. There's been a period where we probably gave up a few more looks than we'd like to in certain moments. But in the beginning of the year, I think we were the number 1 team for probably the first 10, 12 games in terms of limiting chances. But then we probably weren't scoring as many goals, right? So then we make some adaptations, and it's a fine balance. But yeah, I think in general, I think every team would love to keep more possession, but there's some teams I think they keep possession, but they're playing backwards and back to the keeper and backwards. And that's fine if it's it's for purpose, but that's just not our identity at the moment.
Yeah. So even with saying that we're towards the bottom in possession, we are or at the top of possessions in the opposition box.
Yeah.
So the possession that we are maintaining, we're making it count. We're near the top in chances created, big chances created.
Yeah.
Statistical numbers like that. So
yeah.
My other statistics based question is it worrying that we are near the top of penalties awarded, and then that I wouldn't say a bunch, but a fair amount of our goals have not came from the PK spot?
Yeah, no, I think by and large that's going to be also a byproduct of how we play. Getting aggressive, getting the box, cutbacks, so on. So no, that's not overly concerning. I think we've had something like 14 or 15 goal scorers this season. So in general, our thoughts on the attacking end is that we've greatly improved since the beginning of the season. I think we're defensively really, really strong. But then if you think about where we were at in the process, you're never going to get it both right. Like day one is just, sunshine and roses. The process has come together. And I think, if I look at our team and where we're going, I think we're probably a horrible team to play against. They're going to score, and we can score at any moment. That's it. We're seeing that we can score in the early, we can score at the end. And then we're just a terrible team to play against defensively, in the sense of we limit chances, we're physical, we're strong, and as long as we're able to maintain that, I think we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, I think that's the hallmark. I think we've said it this whole season that we're a gritty team to play against. We're going to grind out. You might get one goal. You're not going to get much more than that. That's been like a hallmark. So if we're averaging 2 goals a game, I think we're in it with every team in the league right now. I know you said at the beginning of the season that top four. We're nearing that finish line. How important is it to you right now to put a Western Conference banner up?
Not really, to be honest. And I think, and this isn't sitting on the fence, and it's not that we don't want to win anything. I think what we've said, and I could literally flick open the PowerPoint that we gave to the guys this year. I think people focus on outcomes a lot at the beginning of the year. You walk in front of a group of players and we want to win a championship. Well, so did every other sporting director in the league stand in front of the group and say that, right? But you're focusing on the outcome, but you're not focusing on like what's the process. And I think when you get caught up on what's this outcome and are we close enough to win or whatever it is, then I think you start to waver in really your process. And we've been super adamant for the players. We don't worry about anything other than the next game. We don't care if it's a Jägermeister Cup. We don't care if it's a preseason game against a college team. Don't care if it's where you're coming into training. You focus whatever that next moment is, and we preach that. Like, and I'm sure the guys are like, here we go again. Yeah, we know. Like next game, we got it. And next training. But we do it on purpose because it's true. Like if you turn up and you take plays off in training, it sounds kind of like a cliche, nice. It's a good soundbite. But really, if you believe in that and you get after it in training, you're going to be the most prepared when you come to the game. And then if you can focus on not winning the game, but you winning your individual duels, or the coach has asked me to run forward, he's asked me to rotate like this, focus on the process, will be where we want to be. And I think it's a great moment for us to be considered in that conversation, especially for our fans, because as you mentioned before, it's probably not been around that conversation hasn't happened over a few beers for some time. So we want you guys to enjoy that. But for us, we know that, where we are in year one of this rebuild, I would say we're pleased with that, but we're equally, let's just focus on the next match. And I think there's still a lot of games to be played between now and the end of October. We're not idiots. We know that. We have a run of games on the road here. And so we just say to the boys, just maintain the course. And if we can do that, we'll pick up more points than not. And hopefully, more than anything, you guys will be right there with that at the end of the year, and that'll be a byproduct of the process. So that's not something that we sit around talk about, hey, we could win, we're right here. We're literally talking about what's the next match and how can we get better from the last match. Even though we won, we'd like to be better, right?
Right. So I think for us as fans, I think we get more hyper-focused on this is where we're at, and we might achieve something we never achieved here in Tulsa before.
Sure.
But for the guys in the locker room, how do you avoid complacency going into this 14-game undefeated streak in the league? Complacency. It's the end of the season, the doldrums of the season. You're just trying to get to that finish point, getting that finish line. How do you keep from complacency happening?
I would say the group understands we're just getting started. Because this is the games you want to be in, right? And so we've got such a competitive group, as Mario alluded to before. Like it's hard to find a player that probably doesn't start on many teams. So if you want to be in the team for a playoff game, you're going to have to not let go of your position right now. And you're going to have to fight. And I think the boys know naturally the competition for places is extremely high right now. So if someone has an off day, you open the window for the coach to put someone else in your spot. So I think complacency naturally take care of itself as a byproduct of the squad we built, right? Like there are no, I'll still play no matter what. We haven't got that type of squad. We've got a group that's like, hey, coach can put me in at any moment. And if I get my chance, I'm going to make sure he doesn't take me out of the team. And I think that helps with complacency. And we're not getting carried away. And we mean that. We said to the boys after many wins, is there a trophy in the middle of the floor? No, there's not. So we've won nothing yet. We've done nothing yet. We've had a good season right now. We're in a good position, but that's it. Like no one's going to talk about you right now if the season ended today necessarily. There's no trophy. So we need to keep rolling. There's two other teams in the East that are above us that are flying, and we're going to keep rolling, and it's a game at a time. And I don't think that complacency comes into it at the moment, just because there's so much still left to play for, and the boys are hungry. And usually this time of the year, when you're trending in this direction, guys are really up for it. And you can see that, okay, the playoffs are not that far away. And if you're trending in the right direction, people are just starting to do that little bit more prep, a little bit more recovery. So I think that's where we are. And that's probably how I view it, is we're just getting started.
I got one more that I'm gonna let Josh take the mic. A guy that I was pretty negative on last year was Boubacar Diallo. I felt like he hadn't grown into his game yet, and this year, to me, he's one of the team MVPs this year. Can you speak on the growth of Boubacar Diallo this year?
Yeah, amazing kid. He's come a long way. I still think he's growing as a player. I still think he's figuring out his game. We're seeing the defensive attributes are very good. And he works so hard, and he's an amazing person. Like he's great. He works extremely hard. Areas of growth are on the ball. And I think you're starting to see that growth this year, a little bit more comfortability on the ball, willingness to play forward more as opposed to receiving square and bumping balls back. I think that's something that we're harping on, changing the point of attack, so receiving, and then being aware of what's your next option. If it's not forward or through them, then there must be space around them. So understanding those decisions early, playing a bit quicker. And I think also, giving the freedom to him that when we win the ball back and we can go forward, play forward. We don't have to play sideways and backwards and those sorts of things. Connect your passes and join in. So yeah, he's been fantastic for us. In general, there's been a lot of video work gone into it with him, individual conversations and those sorts of things, as it's happened with others. So yeah, it's a body of work. He's doing the work, the staff's doing the work. And then confidence and just letting people know that you're a good player, you can play. And just accepting that for any one of our guys, they're going to have off nights, but that's not the end of the world. Like, how do we get better? And I think they know that we're pushing on them as a staff in a way that's like, okay, there's no days off here, but they genuinely want us to do better. They genuinely want us to have success as an individual. And I think they understand we're here to help.
Yep. Awesome. Go ahead, Josh.
All right. So I only have two very simple questions. I asked Coach this question. So for fans that are unsure, from past experiences coming to FC Tulsa games, when we weren't obviously this level of play, what would you say to fans who are unsure about coming to the games, that are on the fence about coming to the games? What is your message?
The message is we need you. And the second would be we're completely different to anything that you've seen from previous teams. And that's not an opinion, that's based in fact. I think that's real, right? So, as we head into, I think we have one home game in the next month, and then we have 3 or 4 to end in October. I cannot imagine a world where Tulsa doesn't get up and support a team that's going to be competing for a championship over the next 5 games. And we all, myself included, have sort of this, I think it's a duty to go and find people that don't know about the team or have been and haven't come back and physically drag them to the stadium, right? Like I really have a vision of a One Oak that is just rocking, that people are down there, and this place is just getting bigger and bigger every week as we run into the playoffs. And I think that's it's real. I think momentum can come that way. And I think the more that the team is spoken of in the media, the more that we're out in the community and doing our part, right? That's going to spread. But more than anything, you've got a winner here, and we're putting Tulsa on the map in a big way. We believe that. We truly believe that. I think it's fair to say we've had national and international media cover this team this year. So again, you guys will attest to this. It's not easy to win. This club's been at it for a long time. So vitally important that those people turn up. Bring the kids, bring your friends. We're definitely a club that's inclusive for everyone. There's the lawn terrace for kids that want to run around and be crazy. There's dollar beers over there. We've got Vamos Tulsa night coming up, where you've got drinks and tacos and all sorts. And you've got the crazy folks behind the goal that would love to welcome you with open arms, right? So there's a spot for everybody. And I think in general, we just want every Tulsan to come out there and get behind this team at the moment. It's a pretty special place that we're in, and I think it can be a hell of a lot different as we run into the playoffs here. I think it could be something really special.
I definitely feel that we've never had a team that sort of feeds into the energy, like tries to get us into it. I've never seen a team like try to pump us up like that during the game. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see. So my next question, we're obviously 21 games in. What has been your favorite, like, I guess, staple match so far in the league season?
Oh, I would say the first game of the season, Phoenix away, for me, probably. I think we ever won there away before. I think people thought Phoenix would probably just play us off the park. Here comes Tulsa. They're talking a great game this year. They didn't know half of our players. Everybody said we're going to finish 12th, 11th, 10th, whatever, anything but the playoffs, and all good. And it was just a moment where the boys came to play, and it was defensive grit. The guys were, they're on it. And Phoenix is a very good team. They've got a lot of weapons. They're dangerous. They're quick. And we went there and we played a great game. Like it was special. And then after the game, you just see the boys' belief just go through the roof. Luke's first win for Tulsa. We didn't even have our assistant coach at the time, so he had to bear with me by his side for a game. But in general, I think that was really just putting a stake in the ground and saying, like, right, we can compete, And I don't think people truly believe that across the league. And I think for me, that was just a marked moment of like, right, new way of working. We can compete with any team in the league. This is a very good team. Everybody knows that. And we went toe to toe, and we came out on the right side.
Yep. So that's an away game. What about a home game? Do you have a favorite home game?
Oh man, I
feel like we've had a bunch to pick from.
Every home game, yeah. That's I would say New Mexico match was great. We got a variety of goals flow in there. Gio's last minute winner when he smacked that in the corner. There's a number, but in general, I would probably say Gio's last minute winner at home. There's the crowd that was pretty electric at that moment, and you could actually feel something in the stadium where you're like, oh, this is cool. Like, people are starting to take notice now, and you could just feel it. But yeah, I still think we can fill that place up more, and I think those moments will only be amplified.
I definitely feel like each home game outdoes itself, and I always say, wow, this is the loudest One Oak's ever been. But that Loudon game, I can confidently tell you that was probably the loudest I've ever heard that stadium.
Yeah. No,
I've been going to these games for a while, so
we're on the right track. We just got to keep it rolling, and the more people that come out, everyone I speak to that comes out, unless they just want to humor me, but everybody is like, I haven't never been to a game. That was amazing. That was incredible. Like, I didn't know it was like that. So yeah, listen, you would think that a town of this size, everybody would at least have experienced it once by now. They haven't, which is great for us. That means it's just as we get rolling here towards the end, hopefully they'll come out and support.
Mariano?
You guys are that's all the good questions already, but I do got a couple extra more. One thing, in the past 14 matches, we've been unbeaten. The great form at home. We've won 5 games, and this is from the 14 game, not all season. All season, we won 7 games home, 2 draws, 2 losses. But in the past 14 games, we've won all 5 games at home and had 2 draws, I think it is, because we played 14 matches and 7 home, 7 away. I've never seen us being so dominant at home. I know there's been a couple matches that we had to come back and win, but the grit of this team is just like no other team ever. We had a couple of questions a couple weeks podcasts ago. It's like, how do you rate this team? I was borderline saying at the time 2017 was the closest thing at the time to this team, but for me now, I don't ever see no other team better than this year. And what is one of the things that you from this team? And I know there's multiple, and I know I'm probably putting you on the spot, and I hope I'm not. What's one of the things that you kind of see that this team is kind of bringing at home a little bit more urgency or more to the game?
Yeah, I think a real, without saying what people want to hear, but more like a sense of pride. Like I think they understand and believe that this is our house now. This is kind of, we're on the map in terms of sort of respect, and that we need to turn up. We've equally told the boys now teams are going to have their best games against us, right? So there's no easy matches in USL, and there's definitely no easy matches when you're at the top because everybody wants to knock you off. We had yourself in earlier in the year speaking to the boys about, how long you supported the team, and it's been frustrating, and there's, the seriousness of preparation and coming to play for the fans. And I think, as Josh mentioned, the team connecting with the fans during the match, right? So I think all that, now we're at home, the crowds are bigger, everything's on an incline. I think that's probably where the players say, right, this is our place, and we're switched on, we're ready to go. But we fancy ourselves away from home too, right? So it's kind of just it's simple, and it's very simplistic, is the next match. And it can be home, it can be away, it could be in marbles. We don't care. We just want to win. And I think the boys genuinely perform that way. But at home, I think they feel it now. I think they definitely feel that that's their place, and we're going to make it a hell of a game for whoever's coming to play against us.
Awesome. Well, I can't let you go without just a couple good more questions. One, you did have an interview, I forget with what station, but FIFA came to Tulsa to look at our the training grounds and stuff like that. And I know there's been talks about stadium and everything like that, but we'd like to know how did it go with FIFA when they looked over? I know you probably had a couple conversations with them as well. How did that go?
Yeah, I spoke with our ownership group, and then we reached out to FIFA. I reached out probably, a good couple months ago now. They've been out twice to take a look, and they're very complimentary of our facilities. I think that's we're blessed. The owners have put a lot of time and effort into our training ground. I know you've been out there, you've seen them. Most of you guys come to preseason games. If you could see our pitch right now, it's in incredible shape. The facilities we have, we've just installed a whole new recovery room for the boys right now as well. So we're blessed that the owners have invested in that infrastructure. And I think that leads us closer and closer to being able to welcome a team for the World Cup in Tulsa. So basically, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes right now with the city and the hotels and those sort of things. That there's a laundry list that's long, and rightly so. It's the biggest event in the world. But in terms of the technical side, I think we're in pretty good shape right now. Of how it works now is basically teams will come back for site visits in December, and they'll go around, and if they like our facilities and they like our city and they think that this is a good spot to be, then they get to choose. And I think geographically where we're located lends us, to those that are looking for that kind of central location, to depending on where they want to go. And then really when you start looking at our sports performance and film room and recovery and all these things that you typically cannot fly all of that equipment where you want to go, and not every place has that in the country, right? So we put ourselves in a good spot. But we look forward to continuing to work with FIFA as we work through this, and making sure that if we can, we have a team here, and we're a part of that World Cup.
Next question that I have. So for next year, when the World Cup, and we maybe have a team that come here, how can we get a press pass? I'm kidding. I'm kidding on that. But no, it's a great job. Thank you so much. David, do you have any other further questions?
So we're getting to the roster freeze area. Do you foresee us having a chance or needing to go out and get anybody? We're good with our roster.
Listen, I think anything that we add now has to make us better. or we don't
Right.
do it. Do I still think there's maybe one or two that could come in? Yeah, I think that's reasonable to say that. Part of it out of necessity, other parts are just opportunities that present itself, maybe in areas that we think we can get better. So if that happens, great.
I don't know if there's any areas we can get much better. It's been a good
Hey,
year.
listen,
It's been solid.
we're always looking, and
Right.
I think it's in the right way. We respect the body of work that we've got, but if there's areas where we can we can hit that intensity for 60 minutes, and now we've got someone else that can come in and give us a hand. But by and large, we're pretty settled. But if we did anything, it would be very minimal. But yeah,
I think if you can find about 4 or 5 more Stefan Lukic for those 30 minutes, the intensity that guy brings for that, bottle that up and sell that to that's where it'd be at. So
yeah, that's right. No, he's done a fantastic job, and his energy is it's contagious.
Yeah, so I'm good, Mario.
What about you, Josh? You have any more further questions?
One more question. So obviously you were with Memphis before you came here. What similarities do you see between that final Memphis team that you were with to this current Tulsa team? Because obviously you led them to that top 4 finish, and you're well on your way in doing it now with this FC Tulsa team.
Yeah, I would say similarities of the DNA. Not, for me personally, when I think about working with the staff and the coaches to set up teams that can perform, I want to be on the front foot. I want a team that fans are excited by, that we're not just playing counterattack, sitting in and having kind of like this slow way of playing. So I think if you look at the Memphis teams that we put together, they're on the front foot. They're defending high up the pitch. They're in your face. So there's a lot of similarities there. The willingness to play forward. I think that's very similar. Some differences at the back in terms of playing 4 at the back or 3 at the back. But one thing I would say here is, our group of guys here are just phenomenal. And they've really bought into the DNA. And I think the difference would be is just the conditions that we've been given here to work in are top end, right? And I don't say that in a disrespectful way to anyone else, but we're blessed with the facilities and those things that we have, and it just lends us to the ability to just do a little bit more. And as I said before, this is where we're at in year 1. We hope that we come out on the right side at the end of all of this, and we have something to show for it at the end of the year. I look forward to us building this thing this year and next year and the year after, and really sitting here and this is where we are in year 1. I really look forward to seeing where we'll be, in year 3 and 4, when we have some consistency and some time to see this thing through. We're in good shape.
I appreciate you answering my questions.
No worries.
Well, David, are you good?
Yeah, good, bud.
Okay, cool. Well, Caleb, thank you so much again for taking some time chatting with us a little bit. Really appreciate everything you do. Like I told you before, thank you so much for everything you do for this club, this town, for us supporters. We really appreciate all your time, everything that you do for this club. You are a big part in this, and I know there's a lot of other people that have a good part of it as well. But thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And we can't wait to celebrate another win with you.
Absolutely. No, and thank you guys again. Like that's as I say, it's not lost on us. You guys turn up every week, and it's hot out and it's super hot here. I got to find that out now. It's cold. I found that out in the preseason. So you guys turn up, and again, we greatly appreciate you guys for everything that you do. And I think it's not lost on the guys that we're onto something special, and we want you guys to really enjoy that. We want you guys to be excited. We want you guys to be speaking about it, and we're excited for the run in here, and we appreciate guys turning up, and we look forward to a few more wins along the way.
Well, no problem. Well, you take care, and thank you so much again. You have a good one.
You too. Thanks, guys. Take care.
See you. Take care.
Man, Caleb, great guy. Always wonderful, man. He always answers all our questions. What do you guys think?
I mean, that was fantastic. That was pretty good.
That was.
One of the best interviews we've ever done.
Second,
Listen.
because the first one that he was on was the better one, but you know,
I wasn't there for that.
That's why.
I was.
That's why.
Straight kissing ass.
Ooh,
All right, guys. All right. Let's get back to the business at hand.
But first,
and that business at hand.
But first, I was actually gonna kind of put this out there on this one, but that man right there, when he played goalie, he looked a little fierce back then. That's Caleb right there. But I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna mess with him like that. But
Go ahead. Go. All right, back to the real nitty gritty. Week 25 power rankings. Guess where FC Tulsa sitting, boys?
2.
I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
Where we've been sitting at for the last 3 weeks. So number 2. Not going to change for a while, boys. Look at Anthony Siaha right there telling El Clamico, "Listen, I'm the captain now." Look at that. Anthony Siaha.
I'm the captain now.
Oh my God, I can't believe you just said that, man.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I was listening to the Rhode Island podcast last night, and those guys sounded like us like a couple years ago.
I feel horrible.
I don't.
I love Rhode Island.
Rhode Island is great.
Nobody loves Rhode Island.
We do. Come on.
One Oak Stadium is bigger than Rhode Island. Come on now.
That's not right. But
anyways, USL news. Let's go there. One of the biggest transfers ever in USL history, Mamadou Dieng, leaving Hartford. He didn't have to play in El Clamico, and they still win. Leaving Hartford, going to Minnesota United. Big deal there. So the knock on the USL MLS marriage has been that they don't want to give USL players a chance to go up there and get their run. They just don't. And if they do, they sign them. And let's take Jordan Farr, for example. All-time great goalkeeper. He's still DC United, but he hasn't played at all this year. DC, they retooled their goalkeeping crew, and he's lost in the shovel. He's not even getting to go down and play MLS Next Pro. I mean, it is what it is, but I've seen this a lot. USL players will go there. Every once in a while, you'll get a Diego Luna who will go, and you can even look at Fidel Barajas, Charleston, a couple years ago. Was amazing young talent. He went to MLS for a cup of tea, and he went over to Chivas, and now he's in another team. He's getting kind of lost in the shuffle. Hopefully, Mamadou, and I said this to you guys that I didn't think he'd be in the USL next year. I thought he'd be playing in Europe somewhere, and he's already made that move to MLS. We'll see if he'll get a chance to play with Minnesota United. They did just trade former San Antonio player Tani Alawani to European team. So maybe he'll get a chance to step in and play. The kid has all the tools. He's a big, tall, strong kid. Should be able to step right in. So big move. Do you guys think that might open the door for someone like Taylor Calhera to make that move next year?
I hope not.
I hate to see him go, but that man,
at least one more year, please.
Hold up, Josh. Hold up. I hate to see him go, but the way he's been performing for us here in Tulsa, he's been doing some MLS numbers. I would not be shocked at all if he gets an offer, and I think this club would allow him. Hopefully, I hope for a good amount of money come back, but to us. But yeah, he is a great player, and he deserves every single second of it. I just wish I would have thought of his stardom like this in the beginning of the season. It's like I kind of didn't predict this or something.
Listen, you've only gotten one of those predictions right, so you shush.
11 seasons. He's gotten one prediction right in 11 seasons.
Only one. I don't know what happened to that.
All that matters if I get that one prediction right.
I mean, good job. It took you long enough, but that second one I don't think's coming true.
Hey, we still got 9 more games. 9 more.
I mean, I would love it. I would love it if it came true because that means we're probably winning
Right.
games.
Other big transfers, Luis Fernando, former Memphis 901 player under Caleb. And he was most recently New Mexico United, transfers out. And then they bring in Luther Archimede from Monterey Bay, who really hadn't got a lot of playing time for Monterey Bay this year. He's a big, tall, strong forward. Kind of what they're lacking. They've been running Marlon Vargas up top. They really haven't that target man. Daniel Bruce went out with injury. I think it's going to be a good signing for them if he gets on the field. So that move happened. Also, New Mexico making another big move, in my opinion. For the first ever MLS draft pick for Austin FC goes on loan to New Mexico. Kip Keller, center back, good young talent. Let's see other transactions. Kyle Vassell, formerly of San Diego Loyal, transfers into Colorado Springs Switchbacks to give him that forward. Probably see him this weekend when we take on Colorado Springs. And man, Mariano, I think the biggest blockbuster of the season. Bill Hamid leaves Miami FC and goes to Tampa Bay. How do you feel about Bill Hamid
Oh man, wasn't his
going to Tampa Bay?
was it his daughter that's playing in the playing down there as well? Is she playing in Tampa as well?
She's in one of the Florida teams down there. Yeah.
So I just thought it was maybe a better deal for him so he can be closer to her. But hey, I don't know who got the better of the deal on that one. But
Life ain't too good in Tampa Bay or Miami, so.
Well, Campisi goes basically in a corresponding move, goes to Miami FC. Both goalkeepers switching places. Both of them not really had great years. So I don't see it making waves either way. And then today it was announced that Lexington SC has signed Latif Blessing of MLS fame. Let's see if he can do it in the toughest league in the world, USL Championship.
Can he do it on a cold Tulsa night?
A cold Tulsa or a hot beginning of a Tulsa game, finishing it when it's dang cold. So,
Yep.
I bet there'd be some Sporting Kansas City fans here in town that will be happy to see him here in Tulsa. But hopefully, he leaves out of here with a sad face.
Maybe the Latif Blessing from 6 years ago or something. So
yeah.
Jägermeister Cup semifinals are set. Let's see where we at. Click on that. Let's see. We got Rhode Island hosting Sacramento and Hartford hosting Greenville Triumph of League One. I want you guys to do some Jägermeister Cup predictions right now. Who's winning the Jägermeister Cup?
Predictions?
Those 4 teams.
This is
Jägermeister Cup.
This
Jägermeister Cup.
This is set up for El Clamico final. You know that, right? This is set up for another El Clamico final. Rhode Island, Hartford.
Would that be 4 El Clamicos in 1 year?
Yes.
Yeah.
That. So
I don't really care about that tournament.
Sacramento's winning it all. Sacramento.
It's gonna be Sacramento, Hartford, unless they're already playing each other. I don't know.
No, Sacramento takes on Rhode Island. Hartford takes on Greenville. I've got Sacramento all day long in this one.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not an El Clamico final, but I think Greenville's gonna turn up, and
you don't even believe that.
Hartford's gonna turn up, and I think Hartford will win it. I hate to say that, but I wouldn't be surprised if I see a comical final.
That'd be pretty cool. Atmosphere would be pretty good, but let's hope Rhode Island wins.
Anthony Siaha. Let's look at standings in the Eastern Conference. You got a two horse race between Louisville and Charleston at 48 and 47 points apiece. Rhode Island just below the playoff line, 21 points. And then you got Tampa Bay in the Wooden Spoon race at 18 points. I never thought I would say Tampa Bay and Wooden Spoon. There you go. Is that bad? The bottom 2 teams said, hey, let's switch goalkeepers. That's going to fix our season.
so weird. I
after
never thought I would see Tampa Bay last place. That's incredible.
Once you guys look at that numbers, but go ahead, Mar.
after they beat us in the playoffs, I'm happy with them there. They're good down there. They can stay down there a couple more years.
They're going to drink some iron brew, and they're going to, put Bill and me the brick wall and goal and rock it right up there. But let's look at that number 7 spot right there, Hartford Athletic. They have been hot, boys and girls. 5 points out from hosting a home playoff game.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is this year's playoff race for both conferences really are just. Tampa Bay could easily go on a run and they're right back into it, but I don't see that happening. So I think it's a 3-team race or 5-team race.
Gosh, it says something about both conferences. Well, let's look at the Western Conference. There we go.
So beautiful.
Could we just stare at this for a little?
Just look at it. It's just amazing.
You got to take a picture of it.
I know. I was looking at the table earlier, like this morning, and I was like, I can't believe this is life. 11 or so points clear.
Sitting in the pole position is FC Tulsa in first place with 42 points, followed by Sacramento and El Paso with 31 points, San Antonio with 29 points. Sitting right below the playoff line is Monterey Bay and Colorado Springs, who we played this weekend, at 24 points. Guys, 30-game season. Sitting there 18 points ahead of the playoff line. It's a nice feeling.
Playoffs.
You stole the words out of my mouth.
Playoffs. It's
Exactly.
getting real. It's getting real.
Let's not talk about playoffs.
Yeah, you're right. What's playoffs?
No, that's not. We'll talk about playoffs when we got that little X right there.
X right next to our name.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be exciting. Oof.
I forget. Does USL do Y for clinching?
I think Y is for champion of the.
I don't know. We've never been
and
there before.
Then the X is for the is for clinch playoffs, because everybody switches their X profile with the X next to it.
I'm a Tulsa fan. I don't know what X and Y is.
I don't know what that. I've only seen that a few times.
Yeah.
Well, this is what we know about right now is. Hold on. Mario knows what I'm about to do.
Man,
that right there.
Look at that.
That right there. Yeah. Look at that guy, Boubacar Diallo with the W. They didn't even have it. Looking good, Boubacar.
Man, guys, like I was telling Caleb, 5 wins, 2 draws at home, 3 that's home. Away, we've got 3 wins, and I think it was 4 draws. I want to say, 3 wins and 4 draws away.
And just a smile to my face.
That is, and the best part of it all, 0 losses, guys. 0 losses.
You're gonna say, Folgers in your cup.
Yes, Folgers in my cup. Yes. I'd
All
rather
right.
have the cup, but
Let's go to the transition into FC Tulsa. We had a game Saturday night there at One Oak Field where we took on the team that last beat us in the USL, Orange County SC. Or as I think it was Fox 23 said, South Carolina SC.
That was incredible mess up right there. Incredible.
Yeah, poor girl. I don't think she had covered much soccer in her life, but she looked lost as all get out on that. But we digress, and it looked pretty. It was an entertaining matchup there for the first 15 minutes. I think we did pretty good control and possession, and then we had a great feed into the box from Elliot Goldthorpe, where Khalil El Medkar got on the back of that cross and put it in the back of the net.
That happened 4 minutes
prior. I was hoping you're going to talk a little bit on that one.
Which one?
The red card.
Wow. All right. I'm going to go ahead and say that was an iffy red card because I think there was a defender still in the box. So I feel Orange County
We'll
got a little
take it.
hard.
We'll
on
take it. Who cares?
But
It
hey,
should have been a
hey,
PK and a red card.
not a PK because he wasn't in the. I'm still upset about the game against Sporting KC too, where Dario got teeth knocked out. So I will take every call like that we can get. Where
Man, that
the
feels
goalkeeper was like 20 yards upfield and runs over Dario after he makes a pass to Marlon Santos on the wing, and Marlos goes score, and they give Dario a yellow card.
Yes.
I
God.
remember that game.
So when everybody says, "Oh, FC Tulsa got a call," I was like, "Yeah, we'll go roll the footage on that bad boy." So.
And the year that Rucci got hit in the face and they called it a handball against Vegas.
Or when Lebo headbutted Yuma
With the force.
Yeah, with the force. And
the force.
Got that red card down in El Paso. So yeah. So
down in El Paso.
But I think it was El Medcar that got fouled. And yes, there was a player that was in the vicinity, but just literally running in after the foul is what I'm saying.
I mean, Taylor was right there. I think Taylor would have ended up scoring, but he completely stopped. So, I mean, it's obviously a clear foul, maybe not a red card, but we'll take it.
We'll take it. Orange County goes down a man. 4 minutes later, we put a ball in the back of the net, and the crowd goes wild.
But you're not giving justice to that goal. First of all, Dom nutmeg the player. Nutmeg the player. And then he passed it to Goldrup. Then did these slick moves. He passed it to his left foot, and then he got around the defender, like put it in the perfect spot. I wish we had a video clip of this.
That's Josh's job.
Josh is slacking. And then
I'm sorry, I tried to do it.
Yeah, whatever. But it was
he was up to his TV doing this, going.
yeah, I could do that too.
I actually tried to do it on ESPN, and ESPN blacks out the stuff you record, and I didn't know that. So
yeah, I gotta teach you some tricks later, but the screen recorder. But
I know how to do all that stuff. Come on now.
Yeah, we can see. But it was a perfect pass, great header, 1-0. Go ahead, David.
Yeah. So, and then it was pretty much a let's put the defensive hold in, and we did it. We played 66 more minutes of defense, and it worked. We had a lot of opportunities. I'm not gonna say that we just battened down the hatches and let it ride, because we had 19 shots, 4 on target. Orange County had 2 shots on target. So I mean, they had a lot of possession. They had they had 62% of possession, but we had the chances. They didn't. They did have a goal go in the back of the net, but it was a clear offsides because shot was taken from outside the box, deflected off one of their players that was offsides, and went in the back of the net. And we're getting a call again. Linesman was like, no, offsides. So we'll take it.
I want to know why he didn't raise his flag.
I was thinking,
why did he let them celebrate thinking they got? God, that's so mean. Like, thank you for doing it, but that's like, just raise your flag, man. Next time, don't make me yell at you. Like, I was yelling at him, and then he did it. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then I told Caleb, that's the first time I think I've ever told a referee and crew, good job tonight.
So yeah, we walk out of the stadium with 1-0 victory. And if my unofficial stats are correct, that gives Johan Penaranda his 13th clean sheet in team history in all competitions, moving him one above Fabian Sardell on the all-time list. So, according to my stats, congratulations, Johan Penaranda, been FC Tulsa all-time leader in clean sheets.
Yeah.
So,
and all in total, how many victories does he have? Is it 14?
I'm not certain on that.
I think it was either 13 or 14 that I think he got, because of 13-game win streak. But no, that man he's doing great. Johan, he's a wall. The defense played amazing. Sissoko, man, I tell you what, I do not want to be a forward against him because he's a big guy, man. And Batista throwing people out in the left field. I was like, oh man, you're gonna have to catch that yellow card for that one. But we love the passion, just like we were telling Caleb. And that man the team is just, they all go through a wall for him, for coach, and for this team and this city. This team is just so gritty and so just amazing, man.
All right. Well, we walk out of One Oak Field with the 1-0 victory. And let's look forward to Saturday, where we take on the defending champions, Colorado Springs Switchbacks. I believe it's going to be at 7 p.m. at Widener Field in Colorado Springs this Saturday, August 30th. Right now, Colorado Springs sits currently 9th in the table at 24 points. 9th, 10th, it depends on tiebreakers with Monterey Bay. Last 5 games, they got, including Jägermeister Cup, they got 3 wins, 2 losses. So last game, they played against Phoenix Rising. They lost 4-1 down in Phoenix. So the defending champs will look to rebound. Man, it's been a down year for James Chambers and Colorado Springs. Their main goalkeeper, Christian Herrera, has been hurt. Adam Beaudry is a young goalkeeper on loan from Colorado Springs, is in goal reform right now. I don't know if he'll switch in and out. Weird thing against Phoenix, their captain Matt Mahoney didn't play, so I don't know if there was injuries or anything. I didn't see Matt Rial play either, who I hold in really high esteem. You know, they got former FC Tulsa player Charlie Adams on the squad. You know, Charlie Adams, you remember him?
Yeah,
I haven't heard that name in a while.
He got subbed in
Charlie.
the 55th minute.
Yeah, and like I said, they new pickup Kyle Vassell. Last played in the USL in for the San Diego Loyal. He was really competent goal scorer. I think he played 24 games, had like 12 goals in his time here in the USL. He's an English forward. He went back over to England and played, but he's back here now. I'm guessing that was the big announcement from Devin Kerr. Devin Kerr on USL All Access kept saying for like two and a half weeks, saying they've got a big time goal scorer who's going to come eat everybody's in the USL's lunch, and it was Kyle Vassell. The guy's got like something like 80 goals in his total career in professional leagues. So, you know, he might be on the field when we might see him in the game Saturday. So he'll be a guy to look out for. Another guy that is just always a pest against us is Zach Zandy. You got to look out for Juan Tiata up forward. He just seems to always be up front near the ball and mixing it up. So, I mean, yeah, Colorado Springs is having a down year, but I don't think our team will do this. You can't take them lightly. They're defending champs, and you know they're the champs until they're not the champs anymore. So, you know, got to take the team. They just got embarrassed by Phoenix, so you know they're going to be looking to come back to Widener Field, which is the highest elevation-wise football field in the United States, I believe. Is the elevation going to hamper our physicality? Is it going to hamper our stamina, etc.? Lots and lots of outside components here, which could affect the team. Your guys' thoughts on the Colorado Springs game?
Go ahead, Josh.
I don't have much thoughts. I mean, it's just I think I told Mariano. I might have actually said that. I don't know who I said it to, but every game from now on that we're in first place is a big game. Basically, a must win if we want to keep first. But more importantly, keep the top 4 positioning. So just another game, another Saturday, another 3 points is a must. Not a month, yeah.
I personally don't think it's a must. We got 9 more games I mean, that's 27 points right there. We can win them all. We'll get 69. That'd be great.
Nice.
I know, I know. This, this,
God,
yeah, I know. But this team's going to do good. They're going to keep battling. What I love what Caleb said is that they don't look at 3 or 4 games or winning the championship. They look at a game at a time. And this team is really good. They are the defending champs. They don't have their keys that they had last year, but they still have Tejada. They still have that new player that they just signed. And, it's not a team to look down at. And also, like David was talking about, the elevation factor is going to be different for this team, and I think if we can get past this one, I think we can do really good in every other game. But I hope the team plays, goes out there and wins all 3 points, but a draw is going to be fine. I don't think it's make or break. A lot of these teams that are right under us, like Sacramento, they're 1 game behind us, but they're still 11 points away. It could be 8 points. The same thing with El Paso, San Antonio. They're having an off season, but if they win 1 more match, they'll be 11 points behind us. So 1 point won't kill us is what I'm trying to get at. But after that, we have to start winning more games. But yeah.
Well, speaking of those other teams, Sacramento takes on New Mexico United, so that's a interconference game. San Antonio takes on Detroit FC, and El Paso takes on Phoenix. So big games for those squads as well, which they could drop points. So it could be one of those where we just got to focus on our game, get our 3 points, or get a draw and get out of there. Get some points out of this game.
Yep.
So there we go.
Yeah.
That's this Saturday, Widener Field. It's either 7 or 8 o'clock. I don't know if they're on Mountain Time or
It
Central,
says 8 o'clock our time.
Okay, so there you go. 8 o'clock Central.
Is there a watch party for it? Do we know?
I
haven't seen anything posted yet.
There hasn't been anything yet. But this game will be on CBS Golazo.
That sucks.
Paramount Plus. We have Fubo. Fubo works also as good too.
Yeah. Mario's going to be there in Colorado Springs.
No.
Signing autographs. He's going to have his own table.
I won't be
recording live.
Recording live.
I won't be there, but
like he did this last game, he was recording live from
where he put me on the spot. Didn't even know.
Yeah, I did.
Put me on the spot.
So yeah, not a whole lot of other FC Tulsa news because
just keep winning, baby.
That's what they're focused on right now is winning. The next home game gonna be this weekend, but next weekend it'll be Vamos Tulsa night.
Vamos!
I heard tacos. I'm there for it. We're good. So
we had
all right, local. Yeah,
do you know who's not going to be at that game?
Oh, here we go.
Todd.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's Boomer Sooner weekend. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Boomer Sooner. Yeah.
Boomer Sooner.
He might change their mind after they lose this first game. So
there's no way they lose the first game. That'd be insane.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. That new quarterback. That new quarterback might have put some bets on it. I don't know.
Money line Mateer.
Yeah, so he might, might be interception Mateer there.
All right, wrong football, guys. Let's get back to
wrong football. Sorry. Local news. Tulsa Athletic has this a new head coach for the upcoming season. He finished off the last few games there this year for Tulsa Athletic. Ruben Carrasco. I butchered Mario says last time. I butchered his name. Carrasco. Yeah, I don't know why I say Carrasco. I don't know why. Carrasco. So new head coach for Tulsa Athletic going into. I know they said for the qualifying for the U.S. Open Cup, they've got it. I think they're entering qualifying pretty soon, and for them, the U.S. Open Cup qualifying will stretch all the way through December and February to where they have to basically play in. So good luck to Tulsa Athletic on your U.S. Open Cup qualifying. I haven't heard yet if they're going to put a UPSL team in this year. I know last year they did a UPSL team, a youth team. So that might be in the works too. Haven't heard anything about that. So other than that, any other local talk there, fellas?
Nope. I'm not as in tune with the local scene as you two are, so I got nothing.
I think there's only one thing left, guys. Actually, two, but yeah, I think it's hot takes. Go ahead, Josh. I'll let you go first.
All right. So this one's for David because he wasn't here last podcast. Name your name your top four in the Premier League.
Well, I've been watching La Liga this year
by order.
So I got Madrid winning it all, and then Barcelona, just because I don't want Rashford winning it. Then Madrid.
Man,
and
you need to respect Rashford. He's a good player.
So I can't say yet because the transfer window is not closed yet. It just depends on a lot on who Chelsea picks up to make the top four. You know,
this guy
they're
is
looking at.
He says
they're looking at.
Chelsea fan, but
they're looking at a quality left winger. I don't know if they're picking him up or not.
We're not picking up
a quality left winger.
I heard that the personal terms were already agreed. So.
No.
And one of those personal terms is Mariano's got to wear his kit. That was one of the personal terms.
He's going to come into the team and he's just going to blow it all up and ruin all the chemistry. He's such a bad player. I don't know what Chelsea see in him.
One thing that I did want to ask David, and this is not going to be a hot take, but real quick on the Premier Talk. Why do you have Maguire, or what's his name?
Harry Maguire?
Harry Maguire come in like in the 80th minute, and he had the only like good chance to score a goal for your team. Why do you have him on the bench? And then I was looking at your starting lineup. I don't even recognize any of these people. The only person I know is Mal, and I'm surprised he wasn't the.
And they don't recognize you either. They don't recognize you either.
Yeah, in 15th place, who would recognize me in 15th place? I'm a top 4 team kind of guy.
We'll check back with you in a few weeks, see where you're at too. We'll check back.
Yeah, we got Mario.
I wish he wins one game against the Mighty Hammers, and he just thinks he's all that.
I'm telling you, when you can buy 80 players and shuffle them in for 2 or 3 seasons, and then that guy's okay. We're gonna keep that guy. Yeah.
If I had $1 billion for FC Tulsa, I'd do the same thing.
Yeah, I mean,
it must be nice. Yeah, it must be nice.
Yeah, it must be nice not to have how many financial fair play charges on them.
Josh,
I don't want.
While we're talking what was the score of Man City again?
Yeah, that's God, no, Jesus Christ.
I don't know, man.
Jesus Christ.
At least we have a league win.
Oh, here we go.
At least we've had 3 points in the bag.
We're building chemistry.
All right, guys. Hot takes.
Building chemistry.
All right. Hot take number 1. Vamos Tulsa.
Vamos Tulsa. There we go. Vamos Tulsa.
All right, I got some hot takes, guys. A couple of them for both of y'all. All right, man. So as I was telling Caleb, this is for me the top team in all Tulsa history. Where do you rank them? Give me top 3 for y'all.
Top 1. That's this team. Top second place would be maybe that 2021 team. That 2020, the team that made it back-to-back playoff berths, and then that 2017 team. I think that 2017 team is widely overrated, though, and I'll die on the hill.
David, let's not have him on next time, okay? I think let's back off.
So
Matt.
I have a 1A and 1B. It's still 17 in this team. They're 1A and 1B. This team has 2 more wins, then they move over. Then I'm gonna, after 1A and 1B moves to number 3, I'm gonna say that 2015 team. First ever team in FC Tulsa history. They were right there in the playoffs. They didn't make it, but that brought professional soccer back to Tulsa. So that soft
There we
place in the heart for that. St.
Nostalgia.
Brady,
St. Brady. That I hope he's doing good wherever he's at.
I was hoping that he'd
But,
be still here in Tulsa, but I haven't seen him in a minute. But
I think he's
All
still
right.
singing with his band, didn't he? All
probably.
right, so here we
All
got
right,
another hot take.
my number 2 hot take, guys. So right now, like you were talking about, David, the Open Cup is starting qualifications. Has it started earlier, like than normal, or is it this kind of year, this time?
Yeah.
And
It's
my
always this time.
And then my second question is, what amateur team do you guys think is going to be a team that you got to look out for this year, other than the Athletics?
For
the amateur
Open
team.
Cup.
Yeah, Open Cup.
You always
Rito
got to look
men.
at El Farolito. Soda City SC out of South Carolina. They won the No, they didn't win the UPSL. It was the Tennessee team. Tennessee Tempo won UPSL this year.
Yeah.
Usually, whoever wins UPSL does pretty decent. Des Moines Menace, if they bring back the geriatric crew, that's always fun to watch. But look out for Vermont Green and Ballard FC out of USL League 2.
Yeah.
Vermont Green went unbeaten this year. I think they'll be a tough out. They'll probably play someone like Rhode Island or Hartford or Portland. That'd be a great game if they're for Portland to play. So,
All right. That's
Josh.
Do you have?
Wow.
Oh, go ahead, David. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
My bad.
All right. So, hot take: if you had to bring back one of these teams, I'm gonna give you 3 choices. Who would you bring back? The Rio Grande Valley, Swope Park Rangers as an independent team up in Kansas City, or Reno 1868.
Can we do a wild card, or does it have to be the 3?
Nope. Give me those 3.
It'd be Reno.
I feel like Reno got hard done by COVID,
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe.
I think they were unfortunate.
They won the West. They won the West that year outright, and then they had a full.
Yeah.
They got hard done by COVID.
I kind of selfishly want to pick Swope Park Rangers because of the closeness to us, but I don't. I kind of want El Reno. Not El Reno. I want Reno.
Reno to move to El Reno.
I want Reno to make it because that's the only team that always gives us troubles. I played at a baseball stadium too, and it's just their team always. I don't know why, but we could never beat them. But I would love to play them again so we can beat them and say, you know what, every single team in the USL history we got to beat, and this team.
I'm going to pick Swope Park. I will be rocking a Swope Park Ranger jersey this Saturday at the Sporting Kansas City game.
He's going to be signing autographs at the KC's MLS Stadium. $5 per autograph.
The man that says he doesn't listen to MLS or watch MLS games is going to an MLS game.
So I told him because we'll be up at my wife or my daughter's Irish Dancing Festival in Kansas City this weekend. I was like, we can go to the Royals or we can go to soccer. She goes, I really don't want to go watch baseball. I'm like, soccer it is.
Yeah, you don't want to watch the Kansas City Royals. They suck.
Oh, yeah. All right. Question number 2.
Go ahead.
Name me 5 players that you have to bring back next year off this team. Have to bring back. 5.
I'll tell you.
That's
right
easy.
Now. I'll tell you. Go ahead, Josh.
Lamar Batista, AB Sissoko, Delence Pierre, Arthur Rogers, Jamie Weber.
I'm gonna tell you you're wrong.
I feel like you have to bring back if you're serious. If Caleb and the front office are serious about keeping this team continuing, you got to bring back everybody.
You just stole my answer. I would say name 4, then take a lasso and rope them all together and bring them all back. Yeah.
The one thing that they've been honest about is they want consistency in Tulsa, and we've never had that with a roster. Keep everybody.
We have.
Gosh darn it, keep everybody.
My 5, because you only said 5, Josh. You got to keep Taylor Calhera, Jamie Weber, and these ain't in order, so please nobody get offended about these. AB, Batista, and the man in the net, Johan.
There's one name I'm really glad you didn't say because I would have.
I want Alex Deleu to get back. That's a given. But
yes, he's gonna come back and he's gonna score 20 goals for us next year.
Here's my 5. You gotta bring it Taylor, Jamie, Johan, AB. Then you handcuff the rest of them together and yank them all back.
So you guys don't have a choice. You got other offers.
So you guys are all one guy. So bring them all. We'll take them all back. So
I want 1 year where we don't have to learn new players.
Because this is what we love seeing right there.
Yes, it is. I don't want another year where my dad's like, "Who is this guy? Who is this guy?" And then I have to explain who he is because he's an old man. He doesn't ever pay attention during the offseason.
My personal team MVP. My personal team MVP right there.
That's Conte for me right there. That man doesn't score the goals, but contributes a lot. But
let's take that off right there.
Go ahead.
Oh, right there it is.
All right, guys. Any more hot takes?
All right, you know what? I'll kind of piggyback off of what David said. If there is one player that you could get rid of right now, like a like for like trade in the USL right now, who would it be?
Okay.
I'll tell you right now. I would pick Josh for a bag of peanuts.
I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would. That doesn't. Yeah, I'm sure you would, buddy.
I know the player I would get rid of, or I would bring in. It'd be, man. There's 2 players I would.
No, there are FC Tulsa players. Do listen to this, so be careful.
I have 2. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna get rid of, but I'm gonna say the 2 players I would love to bring in right now. Michi Nagalina out of Hartford. I absolutely love that guy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He's a jet on the left side. The other is Pop Marboy out of Phoenix. He's a center back.
Yeah,
I love Pop Marboy. So
is he still injured?
He was on the bench this game against Colorado Springs, so he's working his way back.
Good for him. Mariano, you don't have to name the 2 players. You don't have to do that. But I mean, if you do, go for it.
No,
get yourself in trouble with players.
I'm not gonna say a player that I want to get rid of because these are all the guys, even the bench. We have a bench. We have players that could play.
We do have a bench every game. We do have one of those players do sit on that.
Yeah, man, there's too many players. Too many players.
You know what, Mario, you're done. There.
This guy's been drinking too much. This guy
roasted you. Vamos salsa.
Yeah, Josh. All right.
Well, maybe get off your phone and pay attention to the question.
I did not hear what you said. What you said?
You said we have a bench, and I said, yeah, we have one of those every game that play where they sit. We have to have one of those, you know.
Oh, good for you, Josh. I can't pick another player. I love this team. This team is doing great, so I'm gonna decline your question. Well, guys, do you have any more hot takes? Except Josh, you're done. David, you good?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm drinking. It says good. Well, thank everybody for watching. Thank you so much, Caleb, for taking some time, being on our show. We really appreciate it. Next game, Colorado Springs, going to be away. Keep lookout for FC Tulsa or 83 United.
I want to say the watch party is at TAC, by the way.
You're probably right.
Say that's where it's at.
There's a new Facebook group, FC Tulsa Talk. If you just want to get on there and BS about FC Tulsa Talk, join the group. It's an open group, open discussion. Anything you guys want to discuss about FC Tulsa, join it.
Yes.
What it's there for. We're
on
trying
Facebook.
to drive. Yeah, we're trying to drive the community to interact more with each other and just talk FC Tulsa. It gives us a place to talk FC Tulsa.
Yes.
That matter if you're a supporters group member or just
You
regular
can meet Mariano,
regular fan. Yeah.
the all famous Mariano.
So yeah, FC Tulsa Talk. Come talk. Shameless plug.
I am blocking Josh from talking anymore.
Golly.
No, I'm not that mean, but
So my cigar's down to this, so we're done.
Let's wrap it up.
all right, calm down. So do me a favor, folks. Subscribe, like, retweet this, share it with your friends, share it on your personal page.
Thanks, Caleb.
Yep. Thank you so much, Caleb. I really appreciate you guys. And my favorite part of this episode, Vamos Tulsa.
Almost Tulsa.
Almost Tulsa.
I caught the Glock, mama oldest acting like he grown. Now peep the logic. I got a heap of problems. A mathematician, you see, I gotta keep it honest. I'm past offensive. From my childhood, I force you to forfeit. Turn snitch across over source work for corporate. The hardship is not marked for fake artists barking. The artsy astrologist, a start to your rocket ship. Soon as I change styles, the moment that y'all pocket it. Prophets' eyes, prophesize giant size dollar clips for blessings. There ain't no way contested for as outsiders charging 20 G's a session.
Forward and I can't go back. Lessons that I went through, put some questions on my mental. Forward and I can't go back. The stress that I've been through, I left that in the rear view. Forward and I can't go back. Lessons that I went through, put some questions on my mental. Forward and I can't go back. The stress that I've been through, I left that in the rear view.